pleasure to get to speak with you. It's an honor. So I want to thank you for making the time. And recently, I read your most recent book, Super Brain, with Rudy, and I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I thought that it's a really beautiful book. I made a couple of notes that really moved me, and I've got a series of questions for you.
Okay, let's go ahead.
All right. So, at the end of the book, you do talk a little bit about free will and how you believe that we do have free will. And so I just want to be clear on that. That is a position that you hold. Is that right?
I do. I mean, our personal experiences that we have free will. Those who deny free will believe in a mechanistic brain that operates according to classical laws of physics. But the more we're learning about the brain, the more it seems to follow the realm of quantum uncertainty. And also the whole idea that the whole science of neuroplasticity actually reveals to us through technology that every choice we make, every thought we have, every emotion we feel changes the brain. So, and even changes the genetic activity of the neurons in your brain. So, for me, that's a confirmation that consciousness comes first, and brain comes second.
Well, so on that note, obviously, you're very much of an optimist, and you state that outright. That it's mind over matter, and that we really can shape who we are. And you had a beautiful statement about how if you look at a person, you can see the history of their thoughts. And if you know what they're thinking, you know how they will look in the future.
Right.
And I thought that
because every thought is recorded in the brain, and the brain determines everything that happens in our body. And of course, that includes body language, facial expression, gestures, speech, behavior, personal relationships, social interactions, and the environment that we create around ourselves.
How would you say are you, Deepak Chopra, different today than you were 15 years ago?
I hope that I have the wisdom of experience and still maintain the biology of youth.
Okay, very good. Because that is something that you mentioned, is that over time it's true that we might lose a little bit of our sharpness, but wisdom is something that is priceless. And
we do not need to lose sharpness if we stay alert and if we participate in life with passion and if we are mindful.
Yeah, that's the key point, and a beautiful point. And also you talk about how important it is to be passionate and to have long-term goals in order to really feel that you're living a meaningful life.
We are goal-seeking organisms, and we're not happy until we have something to achieve for. We're not happy unless we are in meaningful relationships. We're not happy unless we find creative expression. So those are very important things in maintaining our brain functioning at an optimal level.
What are your long-term goals for the next 30, 40, and 50 years?
My long-term goals are to reach critical mass of awareness in the world so that we can collectively participate in a more peaceful, just, sustainable, and healthier world.
You're certainly on your way there.
I hope so.
Your impact is already, incredible. What's the hardest thing about being a celebrity mind, body, spirit teacher?
I think the hardest thing is that people take it too seriously.
Okay. You mean so you think that other people in your position might not be able to
project attributes to you which you don't.
Other people in your position might not be able to
project attributes to you which you don't have.
I see. Such as?
Such as that you're not a regular guy.
And you are just a regular guy.
Yeah.
Fair enough. By the way, speaking of a regular guy, Are you a vegetarian, or do you eat meat? What?
I would say almost vegetarian. I occasionally eat eggs and fish, but mostly vegetarian, yes.
So you usually stay off the red meat, for example.
Yes, oh, totally.
Totally. Okay. And also, obviously, you talk about how you've been meditating for 40 years now, and that's a big part of your life. And you also mentioned in the book how important it is to exercise, because when you're exercising, your mind gets to be stimulated through your body.
Yeah, exercise is one of the best ways to increase the connections in your neurons, and also the number of neurons, which we call neurogenesis and synaptogenesis.
Well, what do you do?
You have to use your brain to exercise.
So what type of exercises do you like to do?
I do what is called sun salutations, which is a yoga exercise, and I do, depending on the time I have, I do 50 to 100, and then I go to the gym and I work out regular workouts.
So the gym, you just do what, like cardio and weights?
I do cardio, I do a little bit of weights. I try to walk 10 miles a day, no matter where I am.
That's cool. Okay. Well, you are very much like a regular Joe in that sense, right?
Yeah.
Taking care of your body, except for obviously your unique discipline when it comes to meditation and and outlook on life. In the book, you're really you and Rudy are quite critical about conventional medicine and the limits of science, and specifically, like you talk a lot about how placebos 30% of the time will have just as good an effect as a conventional pill. I mean, what do you think about the fact that so many people today in the Western world are reliant on antidepressants or sleeping pills? What do you make of that?
We know now from statistical data that 85% of pharmaceuticals are either of marginal or optional benefit, which means they actually don't do anything to what is supposed to be treated other than add side effects. Having said that, 10 to 15% are very powerful when you have acute illness.